The following program contains mature subject matter and coarse language.
All right,
If listening to this
Ecio.
episode with a young person is an option,
Hey Jason,
please
how are
ensure a
you?
mature adult is
I
present.
am great.
You can filter out
Ecio,
this
if you
session
don't
from
all
the
know,
session
is
following the
one of our
episode.
musical producers
Audience discretion is strongly advised.
on Dark Side of the Web. And today, what episode are we doing commentary on?
So yeah, Jason, thank you. We're gonna be watching a narrow body. This is a pretty cool episode. I really love it. So I think everybody's gonna get a touch of what we were working on here.
And just for those who don't know, this is about a product that is potentially like poisonous and dangerous, and an influencer is essentially brought into stardom on social media as a result of this product. And have you ever, Ecio, have you ever had an experience with a product like this?
Yes, actually, I I have an experience, or kind of it's more like a thought that it could happen. Mostly in those underdeveloped countries. In South America, it happened a lot. Like the influencers, they go to the gym and they create their own product, right? And they start selling. And the influencer and the influence they do with their followers, right? So I think this is a very powerful risk that we are just hanging and waiting for someone to just go through these situations, right?
Yeah. So, this kind of thing isn't just about weight loss product. I mean, this episode is about weight loss, but I mean, in general, it could be any dangerous product that an influencer is talking about and sort of thrusting into the spotlight.
100%, yeah.
So let's here on the opening. This is one of your pieces. Tell us about how you came up with the piece here for the opening credits or for the opening theme.
Yeah. I had so much fun, Jason, creating this intro for the first season. I was thinking a lot about. By that time, it was what is the name of this TV show? I forgot the name. It was a popular TV show, and then I just start feeling and thinking about a catchy melody, and then I came up with this melody that is amazing. I just love it. And also by that time, it was very popular on TikTok using the AI comment voices, right?
Yep.
And then I start playing around with that feature, and then I got that intro. It's really cool.
What we're seeing here is sort of an advertisement that the influencer had put together. This episode actually was probably one of the most in-depth as far as the actual animation. I mean, some of our episodes that we had, we didn't even have like any kind of motion. We just had still images on screen, and this was really attractive about this episode. I remember the illustrations, essentially the animated portion of this is done by an artist. Her name is Daria Lungu. And I know that you did the audio editing on this episode.
Yeah.
And what were some of the challenges you think that you faced?
Well, it was the challenge was I remember exactly that part of the video, the promotion and the interviews, trying to change the audio and make it look like it's a recording. It happened before, right? So I think that was where I put more of my time, most of my time. And other than that, it was pretty easy. I started making sound effects. I remember just the paper when she started reading the statistics and making the comments, and even some little piano to create some tension in some of the parts of the episode. So it was really fun.
Yeah, this was I can tell you though, on the animation side, this was the hardest probably to edit because Daria gave us probably about 300 different still images to work with for the whole episode.
Yeah, I know. And like you said, right, the animation is it looks complete. You see the face movement, how they lift their hands. So yeah, she put a lot of time on that, and actually you can see how it matches the voice, right, the movement of the lips and when they're talking. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah. So some of the themes in this episode are obviously fake news,
Yeah.
self-objectification. We have, I think this is right here, the niece of the influencer. Essentially, she's being sort of thrust into the limelight too,
Yeah.
being used as like an object.
Yeah.
For those who haven't seen it, on the Defend website, on HelpUsDefend.com, under the podcast page, podcast menu, you can go on there and you can actually see the companion piece for this. The companion piece goes over all of the different types of risks in this episode. And it basically just gives people more context, because I mean, just watching this episode, I mean, it's 12 minutes or 13 minutes or whatever it is, and I mean, people sometimes will just get lost in like the actual story. Like, I don't know if that's actually possible with one of our stories, but I mean, people can get lost in the story and essentially not understand fully what the risks are in the episode. So that would be a great resource for anybody that's interested in learning more.
But they are anti-nutrients, as you just said.
Yeah, I agree with you, Jason.
Have a similar effect of
And this is a real it can be a real topic, like you said, this is a fake episode, right? Nothing from here happened in real life, but we're not so far out of something like this happening soon, right? With the social media, the influencers, the impact celebrities can make with us, right? So yeah.
I was just watching a Disney Plus series about how a guy was charged for steroids and distributing steroids. Like, he was using Instagram to basically, promote steroid usage for himself. And then he was also promoting steroids, people purchasing steroids.
Wow.
And he had a stake in that steroid company. And they were basically like, putting people at risk, not only like kids, but everybody, like, who knows what kind of product you get when you buy something from some kind of influencer. And that's like really the point of this episode, I think.
Exactly. Yeah, you nail it.
It could be fatal.
Even if it's true, it can't be worse than dieting.
He suggests it's more dangerous than dieting because
you had
hungry.
You've brought up a bunch of problems, but surely there are good things that have come out of taking narrow.
One of the really interesting, I think most people, when they look at the series, they don't realize that all of these voices were recorded separately.
Yeah.
For actors, yeah.
Yeah, and that's actually, even for me, was not a challenge, but it was a little bit surprising that you can record these voices separately and then just put everything together, right? So we need to give credit to the actors, the voice actors. I think they did a pretty good job in the first season. I remember only one or two takes, and they just got the idea, right? How the episode needed to be, and yeah, made everything easier as well. Yeah.
Absolutely.
See,
The
the
actors
demo
in
is
this
complete.
episode
Yes, she seems
uh,
happy with your product.
were
Jamie Lee
Anastasia,
passed away
Janelle,
a week
Jenna,
after my interview.
Sherry, and Henry.
What?
Yeah.
But she seemed
So a
healthy.
big shout
I
out
have
to
her
them. They
autopsy report
were
here. It
all
says
great
she
to work
had
with,
an
and
extremely low level of
I
body
think
fat, under
I
11%.
couldn't, if even if
Her
I
levels of
tried, I
saponins
couldn't
were dangerously
have
high.
a bad thing to
Because
say
of
about
this,
anybody that contributed on this
starvation
Yeah.
did not
first
get
season.
her
I
enough
mean, like
weight
everybody
gain.
just kind of was
She didn't
amazing.
realize she was
Yeah,
starving
everything
people.
just worked pretty good, and came along together bit by bit.
This has
Yeah,
happened to
so
over 20 young boys and girls. It's
And
not an
this is our first
isolated
commentary
incident.
episode,
Are you
but
accusing me of
you know
killing
what's
her?
coming
Of
soon.
course not.
Why don't you
yeah,
tell everybody
Not
what's
from the
coming
Washington
coming
News
in
Network.
maybe,
Who are you?
a few months.
I am
yo,
reporting
yeah,
from
we're
Washington
super excited, Jason. Season 2 is
undergoing
just
investigation on
right in the
allegations
corner, like it's
Yeah,
coming
right.
pretty soon,
in
and
light of these
and I
stories.
think we have a
Plans to
pretty
cease
professional team this
Please.
will
season.
there be
We
any
have a
repercussions?
few
Sign the
young
waivers.
students and professionals that I think is gonna make a really powerful season 2. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a lot of creativeness. I know I'm super excited.
Do you want to give a tease on a story that you're excited to see in season 2?
You want me to give a taste?
Just like a little taste.
Okay.
Like
Geez.
one little sentence that describes a story that we're working on for season 2.
Okay. Teachers and students. That's something scary. I know, like something from Dark Side of the Way, Jason. Something that I love and I like is like it's really dark. Is real darkness. It can be pretty scary, even though we do fair a decent episode and we don't cross that line, but it can be pretty dark. So one of the stories involve a teacher and a student, and that's something, again, that's something that can be real, that can be happening, and I think it happened, right? So yeah, that's my little brief tease of season 2, one of the episodes. Yeah.
Well, thank you, Ecio. It was great doing the commentary today with you, and thank you everybody for watching. And we hope to have a release date for season 2 very soon, but stay tuned here on this channel, and make sure you're going to check out more about this episode on HelpUsDefend.com. Ecio, thank you so much, and have yourself a great night.
Yeah, thank you, Jason, and see you guys on season 2.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
All right.